Hello and welcome back to my kitchen again. And today I'm going to do another recipe that I got out of the Houston Chronicle a long time ago. But I laminated it and kept it, and I've used it. And they were telling recipes that would go good with barbecue. And it's called onion shortcake. And it's best to make it with Vidalia or the Texas 10-15 sweet onions. I couldn't get any Vidalias yet. So I'm doing the Texas 10-15, and you do 2 to 3 large onions, and I'm gonna, I've already sliced them thin, and you put them into 1 stick of butter, and you saute them until they're clear. So that's what we're gonna do right now, is get our onions in here to saute down. This is good. You know, you put Jif cornbread mix in it, and it makes a wonderful casserole. It's a couple of pieces that didn't slice right. Okay, you saute those until they're pretty clear, and then you add a ½ teaspoon of dill and 1/4 teaspoon of salt, and a cup of sour cream, and half of your cheese, which is 4 ounces. You shred up an 8-ounce block of cheddar cheese, and you put that in the onions. And then in another bowl over here, you have your Jif cornbread mix, and you're going to have a ½ cup of milk, 1 egg, 4 little dashes of hot sauce. I use Texas Pete, and 1 can of cream style corn. So what you do is you saute your onions, and then you add in your sour cream, the dill and salt, and half of the cheese. Then you mix up your cornbread mix, and you put the cornbread mixture into the, now I'm going to use a 9x13 pound pan, and then you spread the onions over the top, and then you put the rest of the cheese on it, and you bake it at 325 for 30 to 40 minutes. So when the onions get through sauteing, I'll bring you back, and we'll add the sour cream, salt, and the dill, and then we'll finish this up and get it in the oven. And I'll have a tasty meal tonight, and y'all can just make you one at home to see what it tastes like, because it's wonderful. Okay, the onions have gotten, they're sauteed down. So I'm going to add in the sour cream. And a ½ teaspoon of dill and the salt. And I'm just going to give that a stir. And then I'm going to add in half of the cheddar cheese, which is 4 ounces, because we used an 8-ounce block or 8 ounces of grated cheddar. And I have half of my cheese to go in. Onions just smell good cooking, if you like onions, and I do. Makes it smell yummy. Okay, now I'm going to move this over. I'm just going to go ahead and bring my casserole dish here so y'all can see what I'm doing up close. Okay, it said I've sprayed it with Pam, and now I'm going to put my cornbread mixture in here. And this was a box of Jif, a ½ cup of milk, 1 egg, and 4 little shakes of pepper sauce. You can use Tabasco. I use Texas Pete because that's what I had on hand. One of these days I'm going to remember to get me some more Tabasco. Spread this on the top. I love dill. So smelling the dill and the onions, boy, that's a treat. And I have dill growing in my herb garden, so that's a plus when something calls for dill. Okay, now I've got to put the rest of the cheese on the top. I guess if you just wanted to be health conscious or calorie conscious or whatever, you could skimp on the cheese, but I don't usually have a tendency to do that. See if I can spread it out a little bit more. We'll have some melted cheese all over it. Y'all, this smells good, and it's going to be so good. It's going to go into a 325 degree oven, and I'm going to do it for 30 minutes, and if it's done, I'll bring it out, and if it needs to go a little bit longer, then I'll let it go a little bit longer, and I'll bring y'all back in just about 30 minutes. Hey y'all, I thought I would bring you back and show you. See this little cabinet drawer? There's the sink, and there's my little cabinet drawer. And you know what that is? It's recipes. The whole drawer is full of filed recipes. So you see, I have plenty to show y'all, and I think and to share with you. So you need to stay tuned and come back often for all the new recipes. Now right now, this is another thing in my kitchen. I'm giving y'all sneak peeks that I've enjoyed. It's a little pull-out right by the refrigerator that I can keep stuff filed in. I really have enjoyed that too. So that's just a little sneak peek over here in this corner by the refrigerator. And in a little bit, I'll be back and show y'all the casserole. Okay, y'all, the casserole is done. It just came out of the oven, and I went ahead and cooked it 40 minutes because I wanted the top of it to, it's not brown, but it's not just melted cheese, and it looks wonderful. So I'm fixing to get a little plate and dish a portion of it up and show y'all. I'm going to get me a bite of it and see if it's as good as I remember. I'll be right back. Okay, y'all, it's done. I've dipped some of it up to show you, and I put a little bit of chopped green onion blades on the top and a couple of pieces of red bell pepper so it'd be pretty. And I had some bacon left over from a baked potato that's crisp. You know, bacon makes anything better. So I put a little bit of that on the top, and here's what it looks like. And it's wonderful. I had me a bite. I tell you what, I can use, I'm sorry, I can't get this thing. My holder, it's limber, it won't stay up. I'm gonna have to get me another one. I don't like it doing me like that. Okay, I'm gonna get me a little bite of it. If you like sweet onions that get sweeter when you saute them, of course, every casserole I've ever had that had the Jif cornbread mix in it was wonderful. There's a corn one that I'm going to do with that for you. And then you put cheese in it, and oh my goodness, bacon on the top. You can't get much better than that. But it's really good served with some coleslaw and some brisket. It's good. So if you need another side dish, whether you're doing it with barbecue or just your fried chicken, try the onion casserole, or they call it onion shortcake in the Houston Chronicle, but it's very tasty. Now, y'all saw all those recipes in that drawer, so I'll be back with some more good stuff. So stay tuned, subscribe if you haven't, and hit that little bell over there so you'll be notified when I put a new video up. And did y'all see how many subscribers I have? Linda over at Linda's Pantry gave me a shout out, and a whole bunch of y'all came because of her, and I'm so thankful and I appreciate it so much. But I just want to share the good stuff with y'all, home cooked meals, so y'all can cook at your house and gather your family close around the dinner table and cut off your iPhones and share what's happened during the day. You know, sometimes you need to get to know each other again, and what's better way than over a good meal? So if you keep watching, you'll learn a meat, and you'll learn some side dishes and some casseroles and desserts. You can have a wonderful meal on your table. Y'all come back and have a blessed Mother's Day weekend.